Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, guys, to my Love Island USA Season 7 cast assessment. I hope I am live. I'm trying to make sure I am live everywhere. But with me today to do this Season 7 cast assessment is Miss T Joy. How are you, Miss T Joy?
I'm well. Hello, people. Hello. It is that time again.
Yes, it is that time. Thank God. We needed we needed to move on from
Yes,
season
we
6.
need. Yeah, we need it. Even though we
Yeah,
love them so much.
yes, they're our faves, but they have been consuming everyone. That everyone doesn't seem to know what to do with themselves right now. So I am excited for this new season. You know, guys, I will be here regardless to come bring you the tea, the thoughts, the prayers. Because we need prayers. And I'm just excited for a whole new cast of Islanders for us to dissect because I think people have over dissect the last cast. But that being said, I am excited for their new spinoff, the Beyond the Villa spinoff.
Yes, I'm excited for that too.
Yes, I had originally gotten details about the Beyond the Villa spinoff, and the name before was terrible. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, so I haven't. But I'm so glad they changed it to Beyond the Villa. It's such a much better name. But I'm excited for the season 6 cast. It looks like they'll be wrapping up either today or sometime in the next week. So excited to watch that. I believe I'm hearing that will come out in July, which will probably coincide with this season ending, and then Beyond the Villa will begin. And then I expect Love Island Games to be out sometime at the end of summerish. So I'm excited for us to have like a whole Love Island summer of hopefully love, but hopefully drama. And we found out also that the UK is usually it's Love Island USA starts either a month after or a couple weeks after UK. This time, USA is starting the week before UK starts. And usually UK is 8 to 10 weeks, and Love Island USA is about 6 weeks. So going to be an interesting summer, to say the least, but a lot of content. So we will be here to bring it to you. So we have a few people in the chat. We have Kayla. Hi, Kayla. And we have Rachel Marie. Okay. Hi, Rachel Marie.
Hi,
Kayla. And welcome.
Rachel.
If anybody else is around, make sure you come in and say hi, and make sure you come in and we have Dr. Ivy Girl. Hey, Jessica. Jessica G is here. Jessica says, I'm ready to have a new cast and hope people give them a screenplay. Yeah, without so many comparisons. And we're going to get to some of these comparisons because I've been hearing a lot of comparisons, and I think if you look just by photographic, maybe, but I'm not seeing some of the comparisons. Hey, Rach, how are you?
Hi,
Rach. Okay, so we have, let's start with this. We have 10 Islanders in the OG cast, 5 girls, 5 boys.
Look at the people.
And I am going to give Peacock and Love Island USA their flowers because people were lying on their names, telling us that the new cast was not going to be diverse. It was more non-people of color than it was. There was no black women in the OG cast. There was only one black guy. Yeah, they were lying. They were like
I
lying
hadn't
up.
heard any of those things.
Yeah,
But
it
also,
was
my ear do not be to the streets. It don't be to the
yeah,
streets. It do not be to the Love Island streets. Like you and Chantel, y'all ear be to the Love Island streets. My ear is not. So, but I didn't hear it.
yeah.
But this is so diverse.
Wow.
This is so diverse.
CJ is here. Hi, CJ. And Rachel Marie says, I'm not seeing the comparison at all. These new season 6 fans need to relax. I am not seeing the comparison at all. I think it's kind of odd. It's like, oh, see, she looks just like Janae. And I'm just like, she looks like a black woman. Got it. But we will chat about each islander. So the first up is going to be the boys.
Okay.
And we have Ace.
I knew he was a Leo. I knew he was a Leo. He gave off Leo energy. Like, he just did. Like, he gave off Leo energy.
So, Ace might look familiar. And I feel like Ace is the only one this season who is this familiar. Last year we had like 3 or 4 Islanders who were very familiar in the cast, especially in the OG cast. But Ace is actually a really popular TikToker. And I'm not on the TikTok streets. But
you know I'm not.
Yeah. Rach knows Ace. I know Ace
from TikTok. Okay.
Yes.
What you think, Rach? What you think?
He had the Indian dancing and getting them paid. Yes.
So, is this the one that takes the diverse groups of people and gets them dancing? Like it might be people who are not mobile, like in wheelchairs, and then he'll be like, they're all on their Zoom, and then they start dancing, or this is him. Okay, I know him. I didn't recognize. Okay, Ace, he is funny.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for him. Then I like him. Okay,
Queen Boss, our Boss Queen is here, and says, "I know Ace too. Welcome, Boss Queen." And Danita is here. Hey, Danita. Danita says, "Hey, ladies, go back." Danita actually, usually in our comments, actually helped us do our year-end review, entertainment review recently. In what was it, January we did it, or December. So if you have not watched that video with me, Danita, Miss T Joy, and Chantel on this channel, go check it out. It was so fun to do. Hopefully we'll get to do something of it. And Danita says Ace be killing it in them TikTok dancing videos.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. I knew him. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So Ace is 22, shockingly, and he is a Leo, 22.
Wow. I just thought he was older. I don't know.
No, I thought he was a little older. In the TikToks, he looks older. But here he does look 22.
I thought he was at least 25.
Here he does look like he has a baby face though.
He usually has like a hat on in those videos. Sometimes hats can make
hat fishing.
Yes,
hat fishing. That's why
I've been catfished before.
Yeah, you guys have your hat. And eventually you gotta shave your beard. Because you ain't beard fishing, you're a hat fishing.
Yes.
So he hails from Los Angeles, California, and he has an Instagram at Real Ace Greene. He has a TikTok at Real Ace Greene, and He is a content creator with 1 million followers on TikTok, and his official website describes him as a DJ, comedian, model, choreographer, YouTuber, and professional party host. So we have seen he is the hostess with the mostest virtually, but obviously he does in-person functions as well. This is a pretty good big get. I mean, last year we didn't have Islanders with this high of a following count, but we had them with a bit of notoriety, right? So Cordell was related to OBJ. Aaron had won Traders. Rob was on the season before, had become an influencer. So this will be interesting to see what Ace brings to the table. He does, how does he say it? He's a short king, he says.
Oh, yeah. I like the tattoo. So is that a baby picture of him facing the lion? So him versus the Leo lion of himself? Because that looks like a baby.
I don't know. Right? Hopefully we will get that story. Yeah, no, I'm not even sure. I haven't seen anything
of him, and then that's a lion, like Leo lion. Oh, I like it. I have no tattoos, but I am fascinated by people with tattoos that have a lot of meaning and they're done well. Then I become a fan of them. You know what I mean? Like, not something you got at 18. There's some cherries and on your back hip and you want to get rid of it, but stuff that has meaning, and I do like those tattoos. So that looks nice.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever get a tattoo except for I wanted a back tattoo. But I wanted to have meaning, and I couldn't think of anything to put, so I just have never done
it. Yeah, I've never had it either. Yeah. But I'm fascinated when people do that. So meaning. I am fascinated.
He says he's a short king. He has no problem talking to tall women. Where have we heard that before?
Yes.
Love Island producers, you don't need to keep feeding them all the same lines. Thank you. But he says he will not be no little spoon.
So I understand that. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. And he says dancing brings him joy, and he's got his rhythm from his mother because his father has 2 left feet. That's interesting. So what do we think about Ace? Like, do you have concerns with his age, with the fact that he has so many followers? To me, like, a lot of people seem to be upset that they got this guy with all this following count, and I'm just like, I don't care, because if he already has clout, what clout is he chasing? Then maybe he's just here
not chasing any.
Yeah, maybe he's just
really,
here.
Maybe he really wants love. Exactly. Maybe he really wants love, or at least like to find somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how I feel about it.
See how it goes. And I mean, and it's nothing wrong. It's actually nothing wrong with going in and having very little expectations, but being totally open. You don't have to go on there and say, I want to be in love and find my husband or find my wife. But if you're open to the process and you're not just playing around, but you're just open, like, oh, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm really open. I respect it. So I think it's good.
Yeah, I agree. I would not like have a concern like pursuing him, especially finding out he has so many hype. And it's like, oh, okay, so you don't need this show, right? Like, this show is not doing anything additional.
I'm sure he getting DMs. Okay,
right. But maybe this will give him a chance to find love.
Yep.
So, Rage says, hopefully he's a good guy on the show. Well, what do we mean by good guy? Entertaining, or he's actually looking for love? Because I feel like he would be entertaining. He seems to be a party person, likes to dance, so he probably would bring good vibes. But whether he is looking for love, we'll have to see. Maybe someone like Cordell inspired him. That the Love Island process works, especially at his age, that he could find what he's looking for in a woman.
Absolutely.
It's something to think about, because I've seen a lot of people giving Ace shit for coming on the show, and I'm just like, but I don't understand, because why not? Like,
you
what?
Can tell I'm never on TikTok. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I think it's great, Ace. Good way to follow. Just take a leap of faith. Forget those people. Take a leap of faith. I think he'll be great.
Yeah, me too. Mary
and
says
he seems like he has manners, right? Like, even from doing his videos,
he's very patient.
Right. He just seems like he's a person who has manners and is not going to be up there and be disrespectful to any of the women, even if he doesn't like click with them or whatever. I like those type of men. Like, I don't have to worry about them trying to be rude or using people or whatever. So he just comes across as like he'll be good for the show.
Yeah, I agree. Hi, Mary. Mary says Love Island is to find a girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm happy we don't have expectations of The Bachelor and other dating shows. And that's the other thing. I think also for us, the best thing about this, our little summer show, is usually we don't go into it with any expectations, because every cast is individual. Every cast, you never know what you're going to get. We have had casts where we're like so in love with the couples and then they eventually don't work. And then we have casts where people side-eye the couples and then they're still together to this day. And that's from USA and UK, right? So you never know with Love Island what you're going to get. And I think that everybody should have an open mind in that case. So
yeah, you're right, man. Hi.
Boss Queen says Ace is in 2 of the girls' likes on the cast. Okay, so when we get to the girls, you tell us which girls. That's interesting.
What do you mean?
So apparently he likes to he's liked content from 2 of the girls. Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, that's to be expected, because as you know, an influencer, a lot of these people kind of cross paths and know each other.
That's because they keep picking all these influencers, so of course they're going to have come into contact with each other at some point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, and some of them aren't even influencers. They just are like, their jobs are in the entertainment field.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So interesting. We're excited for Ace. Next up, we have Nicolas Vansteenberghe. Oh, Danita says it is Chelley and Huda. Okay, keeping that in mind.
I like that Chelley girl, so I can see why he likes. She comes across as very like just pretty and bubbly, and so I can see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mary says she just watched Love Island Australia 6, and it was demonic in a good way and a bad way. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't mind if you bring the drama as long as you make it good. And Dreadful Ruby is here. Welcome, Dreadful Ruby. So we have Nicolas, and Nicolas is 24 and a Pisces from Jacksonville, Florida. And his fun fact is he is a model. A lot of people might recognize him from his modeling work. He's also a registered nurse. He has a nursing degree from Florida Atlantic University. You can find him on Instagram at Nicolas Vansteenberghe. And he says he's down for anything, whether that's skydiving or motorcycling. He's huge into extreme sports. And when he sees a new experience, he'd like to try it. So what do we think about Nicolas? So Nicolas, I think, is one of the oldest male cast members. And most of the women are also older than most of the men, I believe. So I think it's pretty. Have you seen his modeling work?
No.
Let me see if we can. Let's see.
Some Pisces men can be lover boys, so he might really.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that with Kenny, right, on season 6. Bit of a lover boy. Not so much Miguel, who is also a Pisces. Nicholas. So, yeah, this is his modeling page. Let's see if I can share it. Let's share. Window. I have a lot of tabs open. Hold on. Sorry. It's closer. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is Nicholas, guys. This is his modeling page with DT Modeling Management. Pretty management company. We see him with guests. This is a very cute spot. He looks a little like Greek here, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He does. I was about to say, yeah, he looks like he's Mediterranean. Yeah. I like the one. I saw one where his hair was slicked back or something.
Not this one. This one is
go down some.
Right this. There. Yeah. Oh wait, here. Look.
Yeah.
That he looks older there.
Now that right there.
Yeah, he looks older there. Yeah,
that's almost giving David Beckham vibes. You know what I'm saying? Minus the tattoos. That's what it's giving.
Boss Queen says he gives nice guy, but might switch up in casa, possibly. And let's see. Trevor Ruby says, "Oh, hello."
Hello, and right?
Trevor Ruby brings up the point I was just about to bring. Well, the photos do him more justice. Cast photos are always so mad. And I was going to say, I've not heard anybody talking about Nicholas at all. Like, I've heard the other cast members, nobody's talking about Nicholas. Everybody seems to be like glossing over him. And then you look at these modeling pictures, and it's like, hey guys, maybe we should keep an eye on Nicholas.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how his personality is, but yeah, Danita says, yeah, they never get cast photos right, and then they airbrush them to hell. When it comes to the guys. But I will say these photos do him so much more justice. I think Ace's photo makes him look younger than his like videos, but here this photo is not doing anything for Nicholas at all. Mary says too much baby face and girls don't like that. Do we think girls don't like baby faces? Mary says
it depends on what you're going for. Sometimes you want to be, you like a little baby face.
Yeah, I don't mind a baby face. I have a baby face, so I can't discriminate. Jessica says, I think Nick is top 2 for me, and I'm waiting to see about his personality. Yes, I agree. The only thing I'm frustrated by is because they did their cast list late, we didn't get the normal like videos for each islander where we could see like a bit of their for
personality
intro packages that we usually will see episode 1, which maybe then we'll actually watch them on the episode instead of fast forwarding. Yeah, but they were like, I know I fast forward through like Kendall's and all of them because the only peoples I watched again were like Janae and Sarita. Because like we basically had seen them pretty much on the internet. So maybe that's why they didn't give us that, so we can actually see their personalities day of the premiere. But yeah, right now I'm just like, listen, I think people need to watch out for Nick. Nick might be pulling the girls. The photos did not do him justice, and he is the oldest, second oldest guy. The oldest guy is a throwaway, so Nick. Yeah. So next up we have Jeremiah. And Jeremiah is 25. He is one of mine. He is a Taurus.
Okay. Can we switch? Oh, you got.
Oh, sorry.
What he look like.
Hold on. Swear. Move. Add to state. Screen. Entire screen. The screen share. And add to stage there. So this is Jeremiah.
Okay.
And he is a Taurus. He is from Los Angeles, California. He is at Find Jeremiah. And he is also a model who has starred in a True Religion campaign. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people, while they might not be influencers, they're in the entertainment field, which makes sense. A lot of I find I don't mind this because it is very hard for regular people to take 6 weeks off of their job to go find love or not go find love. So, Jeffrey Ruby says Jeremiah is very good looking too. And Boss Queen says Jeremiah is good looking, but his retweets on TikTok are toxic. Oh, we'll have to talk about that. Danita says, I fear Jeremiah might be an F-boy, a self-aware one, though.
Yeah, that's what I'll give him. I think he's a self-aware one, too. And I can respect a self-aware one better than a guy who claims to be a good guy and who really is an F-boy. So he does seem to be self-aware.
Yeah. He says he describes himself as a communication nerd and a more emotional type of guy, which can be a good thing, but also could be a bad thing. Depends on whether you can handle your emotions properly or not. Right? So I really don't care if I cry in front of you, which we love. We love that. Cry. Because you should let it out. But are you the type of emotional guy that gets very toxic and also uses their crying against people?
Right.
Right? There's a difference. So yeah, it'd be very interesting. I have heard some things about Jeremiah. One of the things that came out is that Jeremiah had a situationship before going in the villa. And by going into the villa, meaning the last time he was messaging her was on Sunday.
Okay. Now, was that the video of a girl was like, I just saw the cash drop and I found out the guy that I've been talking to for the last 2 months? Okay.
Yeah. And you guys know my opinion about that. So should we go over it? Yes. Okay. If you are not married, there is no ring, you're not fiancéed, there is really there's no real
commitment.
Go
ahead and say it. Commitment. You trying to be nice. It's no real commitment. Especially 2 months. Like, let that go. Y'all probably would call it a situationship. Y'all the same people to get up here and be like, I've never been in a relationship. So if you've never been in a relationship, just because you were talking to somebody for 2 months, they're not committed. So let it go.
Right.
They don't really owe you anything.
Now, if he was specifically lying to her in a full-blown relationship, then we have to have a conversation. I will have a problem. But you were in a situationship, meaning there was no commitment. And
Right.
girl, you just came off of Temptation Island yourself. You know the deal. You're not allowed to tell people where you're going and who you're going to be there with when you go on these
Oh, wait
shows.
a minute. She was on the show too?
Yes.
Ma'am, stop it. Stop it.
And when people are in the comments saying to her, "You're messing things up for him," like why can't you just like let it go? You guys didn't have a commitment. She's like, "But I really liked him," and I get it. I get it. I've been ghosted. I've been, talking to somebody that I really liked and it just didn't work out. I understand, right? But also we need to start being realistic. You guys weren't in a relationship. You were talking. And maybe
And
you could go
sometimes they
back
do
to
that.
talking.
And sometimes they do that for clickbait too, for followers. Like you really weren't. You want some attention, and now you want the new people who are going to be watching Love Island to now be clicking on your page so you can say stuff about him being on TV. So sometimes you want to capitalize off of him. You know what I mean? Being on TV in your association, because sometimes they're not that hurt. They're not even that hurt.
Yeah. Dreadful Ruby points out, yeah, like it sucks he wasn't straight up with her. But he also, I want to give him this, he also is contractually obligated to not be. Right? He's not allowed to say that he's going to be on a TV show. She should know this. She should know this. Last year, we had other people's either relationship or situationships come out. And some of them were just like, oh, yeah, we were in a situationship, but, it's all good. I hope he finds whatever he's looking for. And then some people were like, no, we were dating for like a while and he just left and didn't tell me, right? And right. I can understand both reactions, but I just feel like she is being unfair considering you were in a relationship.
Right, absolutely.
And you were on a TV show before. And Jessica says the same thing. These days, I don't care unless they are in a full-blown relationship, pretty much. Jessica's people on Twitter said if the show wants to be messy, they should bring her on as a bombshell, which is probably also why she said something. She already been on the show. Why not be on another? And I do have a theory that is said something because, to be honest, there's been a lot of people from Temptation Island who have applied to Love Island this season, and they have been rejected because they were on Temptation Island. So it's possible that that's what she was trying to do. So a lot of misconceptions have been also put out about Jeremiah, that he is MAGA, that he was a bully. Unfortunately, those things are not true. So people are spreading misinformation. He's not MAGA. He did not bully someone. Someone in this cast definitely did, apparently, or allegedly did, but he was represented as being one of those people. And I do think people need to, we're doing our deep dives and I get it, but we also need to reserve judgment for things that come out, especially now that with season 6 blowing up, more people are trying to clout chase off of Love Island even more. And I don't mean the Islanders. I mean the commentators. I mean the people who supposedly know stuff, the tea spillers, all that stuff. Have to be very careful with the information. I saw a lot of things saying that Jeremiah was supposedly all these things. And while, yes, he might have had a situationship that he dipped out on, doesn't seem those things are quite, or those things aren't true. Now, as to his TikTok repost, listen, there's a lot of things that lie, but TikTok reposts and Twitter likes do not. That's why they hid Twitter.
That's true. That's true.
So a lot of the things that he's reposting seems to be on the red pillish spectrum of the internet. So it's men who don't necessarily respect women.
He listened
Yeah.
to those podcasts. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So he would
Okay.
be the one who would give, Serena her answer where he would fail the test.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So Dreadful Ruby says, yeah. Oh, yeah, like the Andrew Tate. So just
at porn. Okay.
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Now, it could be maturity, but also he could be just a fuckboy. So we'll see. Reserving judgment on Jeremiah based
Right.
on mixed bag, in my opinion. He's not probably perfect.
Right.
But is he as bad as some people are making him out to be?
We don't know.
And Mary says we need a villain. Oh, we haven't even gotten to the villain yet, but we have him.
I heard there's one. I heard. Yes. I don't know what they're saying, but they keep mentioning his name.
Yes, and we will discuss him in a few. And next up is Taylor Williams. So Taylor Williams is 24, and he is a Gemini. He's from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and he is at twill.3 on Instagram. And his fun fact is he was on the cover of Wonderland in 2024 for Louis Vuitton. And I can pull that up for you guys if you think his cast photo is not doing him justice.
Because it's doing nothing. It's doing he looks like a country bumpkin. I don't mean no harm.
Well, he does say he is a country boy. But on Wonder. See, it's coming right up. Everybody was Googling it. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. See if I can pull it up without pulling up IG. Okay, we're gonna pull up his IG. I think it. He still looks very country boy. I'm sorry. I don't think you're gonna get out of that one. Okay, let's show this one. Share the screen. Share. Okay. So this is his Wonderland spread. He still looks young here. He's 24.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think this was a couple years ago. Yeah. No, this was last year. So maybe he's 23. If he's a Gemini, I can't tell if he turns 25 or if he is just over 24. Yeah. So this was his Wonderland spot. This one's a nice photo. But still giving country boy, right?
Yes, still giving country boy. Yeah.
But he has this one I like too. I think this is more recent of him in Louis Vuitton. So Yeah, it looks like he also must model for Louis Vuitton, which is cool. Again, we love men with jobs.
Hello.
So I know people have a problem with the fact that a lot of these people are like models and influencers and stuff like that. But I personally, I like people who have money and jobs.
Absolutely.
I'm a Taurus.
Absolutely.
So he says that he's a cowboy. I was on a horse before I could walk. And if you're not being dangerous, then you're not living life. He said his type of woman has a good personality. A city girl would be cool. And she would need to have a big booty for sure. And so, yes, his occupation
Because he's
is.
from the country, so he wants something opposite. He know he been around country women. He want him a city girl.
Yes.
That's what he want. Yes. Okay.
So,
he looking to have a little fun.
He says he's good looking. And Boss Queen, though, thinks that he's going to be messy.
I think he's here for a good time.
Danita points out he's an alpha. He's an AKA. AKA. I'm tired. A5A. Look at that.
Okay.
Jessica says, yes, he looks better in his other photos.
Where did he go to college?
Crap. Where did he go to college? It was it a HSBC? Let me see if I can find it. I know it was somewhere popular. I think, and a lot of these Islanders this year have college degree. College. Williams. Yeah, Denise's saying Oklahoma State. I think it might have been.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
A pretty decent Greek life over there. Okay.
Yeah. So listen, I listen. His pictures don't do him justice, but I think he has the locks going this season. Yeah, so Oklahoma State University. He has the locks going. I wonder if they'll let him bring the cowboy hat in. They let Kayla bring hers. So, and Danita had asked me, was he the first male Islander with locks? No, we definitely had at least one other. Mike from season 5 had locks. But it'll be interesting the hairstyles we'll get with his locks. I'm excited.
Yep. If he can do them himself, or if one of the women will do it for him.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So far I like what Taylor is giving. It's giving cowboy. It's giving, like Mary's saying, he has that southern charm. I don't hate it. Yes, in love. Yep. So excited. And he's a model.
Geminis are good talkers. Good communicator.
Yeah, and he's a model, so he has a little, he's not just a country guy. Jessica says in all his promo of the show, he has that hat, so hopefully they'll let him have it. Yeah, that'd be cute. Next up is probably who's going to be our villain.
Right. This is the one I heard about.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, everybody is talking about him because he is literally a villain.
Okay, so tell me the tea now. I just heard his name, but I don't know what's really tea.
Danita, trash can. Yes. His sun sign is wrong. Sorry, don't ignore me here. I forgot to take it off. He is 26, and I forgot to change this. He's 26. He's not a Gemini. Please, your lips to our fingers. I don't care what the other men do, say, bring to the table. He needs to be the first boot. Can we all
Okay,
agree?
tell us why. Tell us why.
Because this man,
Okay,
he is literally a bully, a racist, a MAGA Republican.
oh,
He is nasty. The stuff that he is posted on his TikToks, the things that he has liked, the things he's done to people, he needs to go.
why would they don't vet these people? Why would they even put him on there?
Hey, Chantel's here from Rowdy Realness. Hey, Chantel.
Hey, Chantel. Why would they even put him on there?
Yes, I don't care. I'm telling you right now, Jessica is, again, Austin is my first target. He needs to be the first boot with Yulissa. She's next. We will talk about her. They can go together. Again, we need to stay on code and get rid of this man. He is apparently a pool man from Northville, Michigan, and he recently moved to Florida. He says he loves making fun of people. It appears that he works as a pool man and claims that he looks good while cleaning a pool, and he is ready for the summer. We don't have much details on him on paper, and I think they did that on purpose. He needs to go. He needs to go. He has retweeted stuff that basically discounts the views of Black women, of how people felt about Kamala losing, about Black women standing up for themselves. Like there's
and
no.
You can see this. You can see this. So they saw this and they casted him anyway. They saw this.
Yes, because they probably said, "Oh, look at him. He looks good." I mean, to be fair, that's probably what they looked at. Or that everybody needs a villain. He would be the villain. I mean, I don't know why else they would cast him other than for him to be a villain. And apparently, so this is also where the thing about the bullying came up. So apparently some woman came out and said that she just found out that Austin had bullied her, was going to be on the show, and Jeremiah, because they both went to her high school. Come to find out, she didn't actually look at the promo video to know that Jeremiah was not her Jeremiah that worked with Austin to bully her. But Austin definitely bullied her.
It was a Black girl?
I don't know. I didn't watch the video.
Okay.
Jessica said, I did see a theory that they purposely casted him so he could be an easy boot, and hopefully that's the case. Yes. If we do this properly, I do not care what Jeremiah says or does right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't care if Ace is corny.
Right.
I don't care if they go for one of the white girls. Well, none of them are white, actually. To be fair to them, Mary saying they really said F diversity. They actually gave us a lot of diversity. There's not a white girl on this cast. Right. So far.
No, she's saying if they're going to put him there and he's going to terrorize the Black women.
That's the problem I have. So I don't care if the Black men go after one of the white girls instead of one of the Black. I don't care. He needs to go. He needs to go. And we all need, and the thing is, we can't be too loud about it because when the MAGAs find out, they will sit there and try to vote him to stay. So
right.
We need get all the same way we got Serena and Cordell to win all our casual friends, all our people who are offline, have those conversations with him. This man needs to go. Easy first boot. Easy decision.
Easy.
He needs to go. Yeah. Dreadful Ruby says, which makes it extra disturbing on the casting post, most diverse cast of women, and you bring this turd back in. That's my only issue with this casting. I think they did a really good casting job, except for him.
Right.
Because it's clear that he has issues with Black women and women of color.
Right.
So he should have never came on board. That's it.
He's gonna be miserable anyways then, because he's gonna be like, where the white women at?
Exactly. So unless they bring one in as the first bomb, but I don't care what happens, he needs to go. Next up is Yulissa Escobar. She is 27. She is a tourist. I'm ignoring that fact. She's from.
Oh, you don't want to claim it. You don't want to claim it.
Sorry. And she is an entrepreneur who works in real estate. It's always the ones who work in real estate.
Always, chef.
Hospitality and luxury business per her Instagram. Yulissa is a MAGA Republican.
Oh.
And multiple of her TikTok videos, she has the MAGA hat, the signature MAGA hat on.
Which is crazy because, you know, not for her to be judged, right, on her last name. I don't know her lineage. You know what I mean?
I heard she's Cuban.
Okay. Well, just think about really if they had their way and how it used to be with us and our conflict with Cuba, they would try to deport you back to Cuba. Like you and your people and your grandma and your granddaddy. Like that's what's weird to me. It's very weird. It's very weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. Chantel says, isn't she from Florida? Yes, she's from Miami. And so tracks. All of this tracks. Which is why I'm okay with her casting. She does seem to have I don't think she has as much vitriol as the other guy. The other guy seems to be a specific bully, specifically targeting Black women and
like
women.
Hateful. He seems to be hateful. She just seems to be just a MAGA person, not necessarily hateful.
Dreadful Ruby and Mary.
I know with that star.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So she said she was in a 9-year relationship and he just left her. So that just happened. And I'm glad he broke my heart because look at me. I want my man to nurture me. I'm just a baby. I am a baby. I'm your baby. I am a baby. I'm 4'10". So she's apparently short. So yeah. To me, easy for
squeamish when I heard that. I am a baby. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah. To me, easy first boot.
Yes.
Easy first boot. If there's a woman, boot her. If it's a male, boot him. If it's a double boot, bye.
Both of them.
Peace. Easy. I just need us to. I'm particularly doing this because people don't seem to know how to stay on code. We saw it last year when Janae ended up in the bottom, and I kept telling y'all to vote for her. I don't care what Hakeem did. Can we just vote for her so that she almost went home. Right. So they wanted to save Rob. So they gave the guys the guys pick and the girls pick to cause drama. But if we did not have that, Janae would have went home because people do not know how to stay on code. Right. Please stay on code this time. These two need to go. That's all I have to say about both of them. Moving on. We have Belle, I think it's Belle Walker. And she's 22. She is a Leo from Honolulu, Hawaii. And she works at her parents' coffee shop when she's not busy modeling. So
Oh,
yeah, we see
yeah.
a lot of these islanders are models or people with a lot of free time.
Right. I thought that was cute. She was like, because I like make people happy because who isn't happy when you give them some coffee?
It's
Uh,
true. Joyful Ruby says, "Oh my God, if that happens, they actually almost ruined their season." Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to say. We need people to stay on code this time, and because we can't trust that the producers will do what we want them to do the next time. Y'all didn't even know the last time if they were going to do that. They just so happened to do that for us. Boss Queen says, "I don't know why she's giving me annoying." Oh, really? I don't know. She's pretty to me. She says that she and her family own a coffee shop. I'm in the back with flour all over my face, baking pastries. I love working at the coffee shop. You make everybody's day better by handing them coffee all day. It's amazing. I mean, she's a Leo, so we know that more than likely it's usually a look at me situation. But the fact that her parents own a coffee shop and she's worked there, it also might have grounded her a bit, right? And she lives in Hawaii, so everybody's beautiful. Mm-hmm. So maybe she has, she's not necessarily annoying. Maybe she has a heart of gold. Never know.
Maybe.
I just hope they tell us how to pronounce her name, because hopefully I'm saying it correctly. I feel bad. Mary thinks that Belle would fall for all the guys' BS quickly. Like she could be naive. We don't know. She could be.
Yeah, she might not have run across so much game, and being in Hawaii, it's a certain demographic of people. She might not be used to these people from all over spitting all these different games. She might not know. So she could be somebody that falls for it quickly. But if they don't make it about her, she seems like she also can be out quick. So
that's possible. Next up is Chelley. I'm pretty sure I'm saying this.
I knew I was feeling Chelley. She a Virgo. I didn't even know that. When I told you, I was like, I like Chelley.
I think it's Bissainthe or Bissainthe, but she's Haitian.
Yeah,
which I love. She's from Orlando, Florida. She's 27. Listen, this girl's a baddie. If you go to her IG and her TikTok, the girl does a switch up good. I am so glad Miss Serena Page came in with braids last season, because the producers are like, sure, you guys can do braids. We love for you to come in with braids. Do they nice little protective style, and then they come on out and switch it up. Thank you, Miss Serena Page, for that one. Jessica says gorgeous. I agree. If you go and look at some of her styling outside the villa, girly is beautiful. Mary says, I feel like she would like Taylor. I'm not sure about if Taylor's the one for her, to be honest. First of all, I mean, I'd have to see chemistry. I think she's beautiful, but what Taylor is saying he wants in a woman, I don't think is Chelley. And I know people think that, that this is my issue. People think that Taylor is the Cordell dupe and Chelley is a Serena dupe just from hairstyling. And, they're just literally black.
And they both have the same signs. And they both have the same signs.
Have the same hairstyle right now.
Yeah. So. But then they also found out they have the same signs, and they were like Virgo, Gemini, Virgo, Gemini.
He's 27, he's 24. I get it. I understand. Personality wise, I just don't know if she is what he is looking for. And I'm not really getting yet what she is looking for. But she says she is big on zodiac signs. She won't judge you based on your zodiac sign. Okay, I am, but not like fully gonna judge you because she's a Virgo.
And all we do is judge.
Exactly. She's patient and she speaks a bit of Creole, and she is a model as well. So while they're in the same
else other than modeling, she came across as like having like 2 jobs, like a serious job and then like an artistic job. I don't know. That's just what I got from her. Like, I thought maybe she might model.
Also college educated. I think she also went to a really big college. Let me see if
did she go to Florida A&M?
I think so. Oh, interesting. Okay, they added that to her already. All right, let's see. College. Or profession. I know I kept seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing it here. I definitely know she models because you can see it all over her her IG page.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. She says Miami, New York. So I think she just models. I mean, because let me show you her IG page just so you understand what we're working with. The girl's a model. Like model. Oof. That one. Sure. Okay. Do you see?
Ooh.
Yeah.
She looks gorgeous right there.
Yeah. No, she's a model. Like modeling down.
Oh, look at her switching up with the wig.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, wow. Let me follow her right now. Okay.
Girlie is gorgeous, and I see why she's a model. She has it. She has it.
Does.
Right? So I think she primarily just models, but I think she's college educated. I just can't remember what her college is. Girlie's gorgeous. Listen.
Yes.
Love to see it. Love to see it. And see, who's it? Mary says, do you see her more with Ace? Like, yeah, I'm wondering. I would have to see what her personality is, but if she's Haitian, she might like to dance. Ace might be more of her vibe. She's from Florida. She might like to party. She is older than him, but again, don't stop a show.
Hello.
So, but I think we did find this out that Ace has been in her likes, and that's who a lot of people have paired her up with. But for some reason, I could see her with Nick. That's my other pick.
Nick look good in that picture in the bathtub. I'm gonna just say it.
That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I would not be surprised if her and Nick vibe. And
she was in the ASAP Rocky video. Oh, she doing video?
Yeah, no, she's been working. Jessica says in one of her photos she looks a lot like Mimi. She does.
She does. That's immediately what I thought.
Yeah. So to me, I know a lot of people are comparing her to Serena. I'm not seeing it. I haven't been seeing it, and I don't really see it yet. Other than them being a Virgo. So again, I think the thought process is correct, and like if you just look at it face value, maybe that's what they were going for casting wise. But again, you know, we are not a monolith. Every Black woman is different, and I think Chelley is her own person. I hope everybody looks at her as her own person because while and let's see what was Ace again? He was
a Leo. Ace is a Leo.
Ace is a Leo, which is an adjacent sign to her Virgo. So Chantel will have to tell me if that's strong, but I think that's also the signs of Meghan Markle and Harry. I think Meghan is the Virgo and he's the Leo. But let me see. Or is he the Virgo and she's the Leo? Meghan.
I think Harry is the Virgo.
She is the Leo. But there's that. And then Nick is a Pisces. Pisces and Virgos aren't bad either. Yeah, Chantel said Megan's the Leo. Yeah, so I don't know
I usually just don't do well with Pisces men, only because I don't know, it's just something about them. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see. I just think she is dynamic, so I'm interested in her. So I'll see.
Yes, I'm interested. I think she has more than one pick. She could go with a Jeremiah, to be honest. They're about 2 years apart. He's a Taurus and Virgo's vibe.
Yeah, you know that 85% of my boyfriends have been Taurus.
Yeah, and he's also a model. So I think she has choices here, guys. I don't think Taylor though is her choice. I don't see it. And I'll tell you why in a few. But yeah,
he's probably gonna like Olandria.
Exactly, that's who I have in my head.
He wants a city girl with a big booty and all that stuff.
That's Olandria. It's Olandria.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm excited for that match. You can tell, right?
Me too.
So next up is Huda Mustafa. She is a beautiful Palestinian woman. She's 24. She's also Virgo. She's from Raleigh, North Carolina. And her Instagram is Huda Baba. And she's an influencer and trainer. She sells online coaching. So yes, a few people have said they've taken some of her online courses and follow her on TikTok and stuff. So very, very interesting. I mean, this is basically a cast of influencers, which again, I'm gonna say I don't hate.
I'm just glad we got some.
And she hails from this part of the town,
North Carolina. Yeah,
I know. Let's see what else she has to say. Can I find her? Oh, here she says she is looking for someone who is a lifelong partner. I don't want a guy who's at the club texting a million different girls. I'm tired of going on stupid dates. According to her Instagram, she has a young daughter. So she has a daughter that looks to be about 3 or 4.
Okay.
That is my only concern with Huda. And again, I need it to stay unquote. I don't care if none of the guys like Huda because she has a child. She must stay in the villa before Yulissa.
Right.
Can we all understand this? Can we get this? This is the first time we've had a single mother on our show. We've had it on Love is Blind. This is the first time we've had a single mother on our show. Let's act accordingly. It is not an issue unless we make it an issue. Now, if the men make it an issue, it's going to be their issue at least for 2 weeks because she can't go before Yulissa.
Exactly.
Okay? Do we all understand each other here? Grandpa Ruby says she's beautiful. And Boss Queen says the same thing. I love Huda. And Jessica agrees with me. Hello, please. Danita says, hopefully she's a better North Carolina pick than Hannah. We can only pray.
Hello.
But at least we got her up out of there without even knowing what she was. For fully. Some of us suspected. But yeah, we need to let that keep going. Jeffrey says, that's tough. I don't blame people for not wanting to date a parent when as young as these people are, especially. I agree. I'm concerned for her. I'm concerned for her because I can see people not wanting to be a step parent.
Absolutely.
And I think it's fair, which is why I'm like, if the guys don't want her, it's fine.
Right.
You just don't have to vote her out because of it.
Exactly.
Right? And Rachel says, yeah, I think someone said her daughter is four. So I just want us to understand that having a child is not a scarlet letter.
No,
and we can keep her in the villa before Yulissa. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all.
Especially if some of them just coming in there today for the summer anyway. I mean, once you get out, you ain't trying to do nothing no way, so you ain't even gonna meet her child. So calm down. Just have fun.
Yeah, and to be honest,
we gotta get the other one out first. Just concentrate. It'll be all right.
To be honest, you never know. Someone like an Ace. So Ace is 2 years younger than her. He's probably doing really well for himself. They're in the same line of business, right? Like influencing and TikToking, and she has her own money and stuff like that. So maybe if he could look past it, maybe he seems to be more down to earth. And she said she's looking for someone who is more of a lover boy. So maybe. And so Danita's wondering, do we think she'll bring it up on episode 1?
I don't think she should have to. I don't think you got to tell everybody right away.
Right. And Boss Queen says, do you think she reveal it as well? I don't know. I don't even know what she should do, to be honest, but we will see. Because you also don't want to take away their autonomy, but you also don't want to take away yours. Like people know I have kids, but I don't sit there and talk about my kids unless it's somebody I'm seriously dating. And then even if we're seriously dating, we would have to be dating a long time before I'm introducing you to my children. So, some people aren't like that. Some people, they'll introduce somebody that they're just seriously dating or even seeing in any manner. For me, that's just what works for me. So,
right.
Rachel says, yeah, I can see it being an issue for the guys. Half of these men can't even commit enough to make someone a girlfriend, let alone date somebody with a child. Yeah. Which is kind of why I'm taking Jeremiah out of the equation. I don't know about Jeremiah. But yeah, Mary says producer's going to reveal it in a challenge, probably. Knowing our producers, yes. But yes, as long as we all agree. Oh, they call her an athlete. So I wonder if she used to be an athlete. But yeah. Let us all pray for Mary. She has a good experience. Danita did bring up that Andre brought it up pretty early on, but he's a man. And unfortunately, there's a double standard, and maybe she'll wait, but I don't think it should be a problem if she's a mom or not. Exactly. It shouldn't. If the person cares about her, or you know what I mean. That's it.
Exactly.
So yes, we can agree on that. Like, we watched Andre come on the show, and he came on the show with a child, I think about that age, about 4, and he was separated from his wife. He wasn't even divorced. And then he ended up coming off the show, going right back to his wife and having another baby and getting remarried. So there's a double standard for me.
That was wild. That was wild.
He almost made it to the finale. So listen, she can stay. That's my thing.
Right.
Rachel says, I think if she should tell her couple, because it's not a non-negotiable, they should know right away. I can see that. Maybe not tell everybody, but tell the person you're in a couple with if you're really wanting to get to know them. Rachel said, not a challenge. You know them. They're going to do it in a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so like I hope that she has a good experience. I don't know if her person is in the villa, but maybe her person is someone watching her in the villa. So
exactly.
Which is another reason why she should be able to stay. That's my opinion. Last but certainly not least is Olandria Carthan. And a 27-year-old Gemini from Decatur, Alabama. I cannot pronounce her Instagram name, but we can peruse at some point. And she's a graduate of Tuskegee University.
Yes, HBCU.
Yeah, she's an HBCU grad. And she's a first-generation college student. And she says that college football is her life. Apparently, she currently lives in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And she's, guess what? A model. So
this baby, this is what Taylor wants in his life.
That's what I'm saying.
This is what Taylor wants in his life. First of all, they're both Geminis. And second of all, this is the one that he wants, a city girl. I mean, Decatur, Alabama is not that city, but but this is what he wants. This is what he wants. This right here.
Yeah.
I think so. Straight for her. I'm telling you, straight for her.
So let's look at her Instagram, because I'm telling you, this girl is gorgeous. I love that they picked models because they're just beautiful. I love eye candy. Her thing is Bama Barbie, but it's this ex-alien. But if you look up Bama Barbie, which I think is cute as hell. So this is her. Look at that. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like, her photo does not do her face card, her body, anything justice. Look at her.
Baby, he probably seen her for the first time today. He probably seen her today.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if it's coming on Tuesday, they really went in the villa probably today, right? Or what?
Usually it's either tonight, like now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's seeing her, and as we talking, he already got his eyes on her. Like, that's me. And he probably looked at Ace, and that's me. Just so y'all know, that's me.
She got a cowgirl fit.
Okay.
That's a massive cowgirl fit, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that is who I have my eye for Taylor.
Look at her in that pink outfit. That's what he like.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Hello. And somebody's like, "Oh, I don't think I like that he said that. I think it's objectifying women." I'm like, it's also very truthful. I'd rather him say that that's what he likes than him acting like that's not what he likes, right? I mean, we all like physical things about the other or the same gender, right? So, hello. But yes, Olandria is who I have in mind for Taylor. I feel like they have a lot in common. They're both Southern, a Southern queen and a Southern king. I think other like he is what 24, she's 27, so she's a little older. So I don't know if he'll have an issue with that. Hopefully not. But I think she is who he described. She is a city girl.
Right.
With a big booty.
That's what he said he wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think she's exactly as he described. And like I said, I see a lot of people pairing up Chelley with him, and I just not seeing it because I'm seeing this person.
Yes.
Mary says she looks like a model. She looks like a model, but she looks like somebody that we would have saw on Top Model first.
Yes.
And Rachel says another season of gorgeous Black women. I love it. I love it. You know I love it. You know I'm happy. And they could possibly find somebody here. We don't know. Listen. And again, it might not be somebody in the OG cast. Like last year, although I didn't have them paired up, I had other people paired up with them. Coy and Janae paired up with each other, and it didn't work out, and for good reasons. But now she's with her king, and things work out. So
exactly,
we have an initial thought process, and then we see how chemistry and personalities work. Jessica says Olandria is also gorgeous. I agree. She got the body Taylor wants. Danita agrees she's gorgeous. Danita says Olandria and Chelley about to be having mugs off in the villa every night. Period. Mary says, so who are we pairing? Austin, Bella. Please don't get poor Bella.
We don't want Austin to be with nobody, but Yulissa, so they both can get voted off.
Chelley and Ace, Jeremiah and Huda. Olandria and Taylor, Nick and Yulissa. Oh God, poor Nick.
No, we got to put Nick with Bella, and then put Austin with Yulissa, so they both can get voted off.
Yes, yes, that's what we need. TJ, hi TJ. TJ says last year half the people were in medical device sales. This year saw models. Exactly, another profession where it's easy to take off from the job.
Hello, because that's what you need. Because when you don't know how it's going to go for 3 months or 2 months, you know what I mean? You need something you can take off from.
Yes. Danita says Taylor is about to claim her quickly. Yep. Yeah, they are. Listen, I will give them this. The one thing I do see in parallel from last season to this season is they're like, oh, that younger man, older man thing worked out really well last year. Let's do it again. I can't hate it.
Yeah.
First bombshell, do we think it's a guy or a girl, and which would be better? Danita says. I personally hope for a guy this time around. Yes. Yeah. And Jeffrey says, and if they aren't together, we need a double bombshell entrance where they take their partners. Yes. Yeah. Danita points out that yes, we might actually see poor Huda go through a challenge where they're like, there's a game, who stays outside the most? And the boy says, Huda, and she's like, no, I don't. I have a daughter, so I'm in early most nights. And that is how they will reveal it during the game, unfortunately. So guys, let us have like just a brief overview of what we think about the cast. I know there were people online saying they did not like this cast, and I'm just like, I'm excited. We have our villains. We have a little bit of drama where people were in people's likes. So now he's been in the likes of Chelley, but he's also been in the likes of Huda. And if he pursues both of them, will it work? Who will it work with? Does Chelley even want him? Maybe she will want Nick.
Right.
I think that we have so much potential with this OG cast. I don't hate it. I literally don't hate it, except for Austin.
Right. I'm
But
excited. I'm giving it a clean slate. I'm excited, and I'm gonna be glued. I'm gonna be glued.
yes, me too.
So
So
it's starting on Tuesday,
yes,
and at 9 o'clock.
yes, at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. 9 p.m. Eastern time, at on Peacock, and then uh, Love Island. So here's the tea. Love Island, After Sun will premiere June 7th, Saturday, June 7th, but
Okay.
they have not announced the hosts yet. They said the hosts are to be announced at a later date. That's what they sent me. So
Well, when you
we
gonna announce
had
it on the 7th when it come on, or what? Or what?
or Wednesday
Tomorrow
or what?
is the 31st.
So recently we did see an article from Moira Higgins saying she was coming to do Love Island USA After Sun. But what if Moira is not the host this year, guys? I
Ooh,
personally
who
have a
would be?
preferred host, but I don't know if they would do it. But I have a preference in host. My host would be Janae, but I don't
She
know
would be
if
great. Oh, she would be great.
Janae would be amazing. But I don't know if they would give it to her over Mora. They should. But that's my opinion. Yes, sorry, the host of After Sun. And Dreadful Ruby agrees. So I could see someone from PPG. Yeah, and I think of all the ones that Serena would also be great. I just don't think she would leave her man for that long.
My man, my man, my man.
Yes, like right
While
now
y'all was doing
they're
all that
gonna do it.
talking about, oh, she don't like him as much as he like her, and this, that, and the third. I told y'all it takes us Virgos a while, baby, because we critical, and in our mind we criticize it, and we're trying to guard our heart. But once we let it go, it's our man, our man, our man, and we stuck like glue, and we trying to do whatever. So
Yeah,
you see her, she getting ready. She like, I had to come to Atlanta, surprise my man. I don't know
she
because
did.
he got to do this
She
and I
gave
got to
up.
do that,
She
and I
gave up
can't. I might not even see my man
business
for 2 weeks.
stuff.
And she was about to cry saying it. I don't know. I don't see my man for 2 weeks.
The girlie gave up business things to come and make sure her man had the best birthday party because last year he was stuck in quarantine and she
Yeah.
wants to make sure he didn't go through that again and definitely not be in Atlanta alone. And he said that was the best birthday party he's had in forever. And then he didn't want her to leave, so he followed her to Miami for a day. Listen, they are cute as hell, but also they ain't leaving each other for 6 weeks to go to Fiji.
No, and I just love that because I was like, I thought he had to start something else in Atlanta. And I look up and like on his actual birthday, he was like in Miami with her. And I was like, I thought he had to. And I guess he like, I don't care if it's just for 24 hours. I'm coming with my baby. Like, and I just think that is so sweet. You could tell he was so touched that she surprised him and had his family and friends come. He was just so excited. And I was so excited for him. So
yeah. It was really lovely. What she did her big one there.
yes, she did.
She did. It was so sweet. And I agree with Judge for Ruby here. Why not get one of our fan favorites to do this show? Mara is nobody to a lot of the audience. And this is true. A lot of the audience have never watched the UK. They just know Mara from last season, the last few seasons hosting or doing something related to USA. I love personally of the changes that have been made recently. I'm still iffy on Ian as the narrator, but it is what it is. I can't get my win there. But love Ariana as a host. I think she does a good job. I love when she comes into After Sun as well. She does a really good job there. Moira, I can take her or leave her. I don't like her. She has some racist tendencies as well. Don't frankly care for her all the time. I would love Janae to take over the show.
Me too. That would be great.
Chelley did pretty good last season. She could maybe stay. I think I saw a TikTok with Leo, and he was like insinuating something about Love Island. So I think they could bring Leo back for a male dynamic. So yeah. Danita says, even if it's not Nay or Ree, it would be a fan favorite from US season. You don't see a US Islander doing pods over with Indy. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Rachel says, Mara seemed so stiff on After Sun. She did. Like, I loved it more when Ariana would come in, because then I feel like everybody felt more comfortable and relaxed. And Mara just was, probably a bit more British.
Yeah, so that would be, it would be good to get Janae or,
Joyful Ruby says Sally giggles too much. Love her, but not great for interview stuff.
I agree. I agree. She does. She it's, and I know it's like sometimes a nervous thing, but it is like
noticeable. I meant more of like on the panel than I wouldn't want her to host. I think on the panel she was okay. I didn't hate her. I didn't always like her takes when it came to. I think a lot of time her takes were not rooted in truth. Sometimes it was just rooted in opinion, which okay. I give opinions here, so I can't even hate on it. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. She does have that nervous thing, especially when she has to make say something not so nice about somebody. Like you could tell she's thinking in her head, but she doesn't want to really say it, so she says something else.
Yeah.
Danita agrees that Sally was fine on the panel. I just need her to stand on her opinion. Don't switch up because the Islander is sitting beside you. Exactly. And CJ points out that didn't Mara have an affair with a married man recently? Yes, which is why when the article came out, it was like, oh, it hasn't affected her business at all. She still has her job with Love Island USA after Sun.
Oh, yeah, that thunder. I'm sorry. It's like thunder in here, and it scared me. I was like, what in the world?
Denise thinks, I also think they need an audience for After Sun to give it more life. Which is why I think that bringing in one of the trifecta would and then rotating the rest of the trifecta in throughout the season to host games, to host After Sun, be on the panel, I think would give them that. Now they said to me that the Love Island After Sun was popular, but most of the people I know skipped it, so I don't know how popular it was.
So it'll be on. That'll come on Saturday. So Love Island will come on every day of the week except for Saturday, and Saturday will be the After Sun. Or no, is Saturday the After Sun or the bloopers?
Yeah,
I mean,
Saturday
the bloopers.
Yes, so there's no shows on Wednesday. So next week is the only time we get a Wednesday show. Because next week the show is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which will be after Sun, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, no show Wednesday.
Okay, so it won't come on Wednesdays. Okay.
Yeah. And Dreadful Ruby says Janae just seems like she's good at interviewing. Yeah, Janae and Serena are both really good at interviewing. I think Janae would give us more of the messy things that people seem to like.
Yeah.
Because she's a little more nosier. And Serena's more of, that's what I'm saying, period, stand on business.
Right. Because, we can be judgy. We can be judgy, like Virgos. We can be judgy. So Janae is going to be more like open and bubbly. If we've watched the program, we over there in the back of our head, like, now, I'm sitting over here asking you these questions, but I already know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if we wanted a debate panel, Serena's perfect.
Right. I wish we could get those best bits too on a but they don't do that. They don't do that in the US.
If they don't let Janae or Serena do the After Sun, I would also like them to do the podcast instead of the Bella twins. I think they would also be great at that.
Absolutely. Now that absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bella twins.
Boss Queen brings up a absolute valuable point. Just give us best bits. I agree. I actually think After Sun should have, just like the After Sun in the UK, a best bits section.
Right.
Why don't they have 15 minutes of best bits? Like, they should have done that, because there were so many things that they cut out. Oh, here's what you missed, or behind the scenes, or like, those are the things I wish they would add to After Sun this year.
Yeah.
Rachel says she only watched After Sun if her faves were there, and otherwise I didn't care. And I think I watched most of the After Sun. Yeah, I think I watched most of my After Suns after the season was over. And people were like, "Oh, didn't you see this? They were on After Sun." I'm like, "Nope." So I went back and watched some of the segments because I was like, didn't care whether they were on there or not.
I watched them just because I was so in. Last season I was just like the season before, season 5. I didn't really watch them, but last season I just watched everything. So I was watching it. Yeah, but yeah, you can take it or leave it, really.
Yeah. Danita says, yeah, we haven't heard anything about the pod yet either, and there definitely was not an announcement about the pod in my PR either. And she's like, they could do it from LA or Vegas, and so they don't have to leave their men, and that's also, a fair point. Absolutely. CJ says, I think they're considering Mara to host Love Island games. I wouldn't want that either, but
oh my God, let her go. Let her go.
I like Maya hosting games. She just brings something to it. Because to be fair to us, like, Maya hosts 2 seasons, 2 series in the UK. She really doesn't host anything for us but games. So if you're taking games away, you're taking Maya away from us, really.
Right.
And I don't know if I want that. I like Maya. I like Maya as a host.
Me too.
And the Reverend Ruby agrees. Like, why have Maya? Why, when you have Maya and Ariana? Period.
Exactly.
Because even when Love Island Games, when Mara came in to do one of the segments for the games, she wasn't my favorite host. I actually really liked Ariana's segment that time, and I loved Maria's hosting the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would prefer
they love to mess something up, boy. They love to mess something up.
That's me. So yeah, so that's the tea I do have for you guys. I'm still waiting for like confirmation of they tell me dates, but I'm not allowed to say anything now. So
this is what Tamika tells me as well. It's not just y'all. She'll be in the DM talking about, I mean, I know some stuff I'm not supposed to say. And I'm thinking, why can't I be your, not anyone? Like, okay, I didn't tell anyone. Why can't you change my name temporarily to no one and just tell me? But she's like, I can't say anything. So it's not just y'all. She don't tell me either.
So this is what happened. The reason why I'm much more careful is because I used to get PR for UK, and I used to do the post where I would give you guys the rumor, the spoilers of the day, basically. And that guy on Twitter took one of my posts and created a fake post on Twitter that everybody shared around, and they're like, no, it's not, that's not, like, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense because it doesn't even have the Entertainment in Colors logo on it. And what is he doing? Because it came from his thing. Since then, they won't give me my PR, and I can't get it back. So I'm trying. I'm like working with a publicist to try to see if I can get my access back, because I didn't do anything wrong, but also they don't have to give it to me because I'm a regular person.
Right.
So unfortunately, I do get stuff officially through my business, Entertainment in Color. And so I'm not allowed to say anything, and I would like to keep my access. So I give you the tea that I can give you, like this. But I try not to spill too much because at the end of the day, if it's traced back to me, I lose all privileges. So,
And we don't want that. We don't
no,
want that. So
no. But if you follow me on all socials, if you follow me, I will say stuff is coming. I said, watch out for this. Things are coming, and
yeah.
I try to warn you guys when things are coming. I am going to start a Substack. I already started one, but I'm going to start a Substack where I'm going to be putting out more written and verbal content, wrap up of shows that I've watched and just my thoughts. If you missed it, I just did a recap on recap kickback with Chappelle and Mari for Forever on Netflix. Was a great show. I did 2 episodes
Great
with
show.
them for the 8 episode season, so you could catch that on the Recap Kickback channel. And I have some other shows I would like to cover that I'm not doing in this format that I'll be doing. And also, I'm going to try to put together a schedule highlighting shows that are coming out featuring people of color, Black people and people of color, because there's a lot of shows that people miss and didn't know about, and we don't watch because we didn't know about it. So if you get subscribe to my Substack, you'll get like a schedule for the month, and then weekly updates with a little bit more deep dives of things to watch, highlighted things to watch. So those are the things I'm planning for this coming summer. I hope to launch my Substack in June. So I'll be working on that. And then hopefully once I get all of my PR stuff together, I can give more tea also in my newsletters. So when I get like official dates and stuff, you will be the first to know. So I am excited for the things to come. We will be covering Love Island USA live every night after the show. I'll also be working with Chantel on her channel to cover UK. I will not be covering UK on this channel. I will probably also cover the Beyond the Villa spinoff of the season 6 cast. And when Perfect Match comes out, I will be covering that as well. I know somebody here was mentioning having to watch it. Yes, so Driver Rusa, I'm forced to watch Perfect Match thanks to Justine. I gotta watch it for her. I am watching for her, and I'm actually watching for AD and Ollie. So if you've missed it, AD from Love is Blind USA is engaged to Ollie from Love is Blind UK, and they just really announced that they are also pregnant, guys. So they've been on Perfect Match. Yes, they've been on Perfect Match season 3. We don't know what the dynamic is, but I'm so excited to actually watch that season just to see what happens with them, to see what happens with my fave Justine, even QT from The Circle was on there. So I'm excited to see, did she find a connection? So this was all recorded last year sometime, and it should be coming out sometime at the end of summer. I think they pushed it back because they don't want it in competition with Love Island. And to be fair, who can blame them? Right. Ari's here. Hi, Ari. And Jessica says, great assessment, guys. Ladies, I'm excited for the season. I was missing my dating show fix. I'm glad all the shows are coming back. And definitely going to watch Perfect Match for Justine. Yeah. So speaking of dating shows, The Bachelor in Paradise will be debuting, I believe, July. We are still not sure if we're going to be covering it. Right now, it's probably a no. Just Bachelor Nation is just not fun to cover anymore. It's not fun to watch, and it's not
going downhill. It's going downhill.
Um, eh, so I don't know. So Beyond the Villa T. From my observation, as I said earlier, if you missed it, they should be wrapping up, I believe, today. Janae is walking in a show this weekend. I think today. They attended Meg The Stallion's summer Miami Swim
Swimsuit. Mm-hmm.
show last night. Some of the cast, they've been celebrating Janae walking in the show. Um, from what I've seen, we saw that there was a point where it looked like Liv and Kayla had their friendship had kind of broken up. I personally feel like it was necessary. Liv and Taylor had become like Siamese cats at one point, and you didn't know who was who, and it was not healthy. It wasn't healthy at all. It wasn't healthy for Kayla, and it wasn't healthy for Liv. I think the little shakeup that they had in their relationship, whatever it is, watching Kayla's content, I enjoy her content so much more now that she is her own standalone person. Tea that I have on Kayla, she's dating somebody, and she seems happy. She and that person is not Kendall, thank God. So
Thank
you
God.
know, it'll be something to watch. The evolution I feel of Kayla from the end of the season to where she ends up at the end of Beyond the Villa, which is, I love to watch that. We get that usually with the Real Housewives shows. I will love to see that with Kayla in this season. Janae and Kenny, I don't think there was too much tea. They had a doggy they were fostering. He did end up getting adopted.
One.
Uh, Congratulations to Juan the puppy. He got
Yes.
adopted, and he is, won't be coming back to Janae and Kenny. And oh yes, congratulations, Janae, on walking. That is gonna be amazing. I can't watch it, or it might have passed already. I'm not even sure because I'm on this thing. Yes, Ari points out that Kayla's grandmother passing might have helped mend her and Liz's relationship, not how it was before, which is a great thing. I agree. I agree. I like the new and improved Kayla as well, Ari. Um, oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. So, boss is breaking news. Kenny had a family emergency and had to leave Miami. Oh, that's interesting.
I hope everyone's okay. Poor
Everybody
thing.
okay. Because I know he was super proud of Janae this week. And if you also listen, Janae had a lot of big news. Like she also had the debut of her show, Destination X, premiered this. Okay, Danita says yes, he watched Janae walk through the live stream. Oh, awesome. But he wasn't able to attend the show. Oh, I'm sorry. That
Oh, I'm sorry
really
to hear
wanted.
that.
Um, but yeah, Janae's show Destination X
I hope she comes
premiered.
on next week. I don't know when she'll come
Yeah,
on.
so I heard she comes on either the second or third episode. She is an infiltrator with Peter. So, and we do know from Kenny that she was on the show for at least 3 weeks. So I don't know what that means. But I'm excited to watch Janae. I will be watching Destination X for Janae. Okay, who else? I'm not really sure what Leah and Miguel are doing. They had a baby doll that they were pretending to parent, so that's kind of all the content I saw from them. Not, I know that Miguel had to move, so he did had an apartment which was in the same building as Serena's, and he did move. That's all I've gotten from them. I don't follow Connor or Aaron or Kendall. The only tea I heard is that Nicole supposedly came back and had a conversation with Kendall. We don't know what kind of conversation. I personally hope she cuts them out, but that's just me. Um, and that's what I'm hearing on that. I also don't know what Kendall's storyline is. I don't. And I also don't care. Liv, I also don't know what her storyline is. She hosted a party again, break up with Kaylor, but Kaylor hasn't been around for filming because she was sick at one point, and then her grandmother passed. So I do wonder what Liv's relationship to the show will be, in that she actually hasn't had Kaylor around to be that, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that, and kind of telling her what to do type of personality. So I don't know. Yes, Connor is dating Carmen from season 5. I don't like either of them. Yeah, so they both can go. Leah, Liv storyline is Hot Girl Summer, Danita says. I can also see it. And that Leah has something coming with Sephora. Correct. Rachel says, I hope Nicole gives a classy read to Kendall, and I don't want that manipulative man to get a sympathy edit. Agreed.
Exactly.
Agreed. I need her to.
He will, because he's a cast member of the show and she isn't, right?
So yeah.
They're gonna give him a favorable edit.
Yeah, we'll see. But also it seemed like it's because she didn't answer the phone, because she probably didn't want to move to LA just in case things didn't work out for her. So we'll see. If it keeps them all off games, all the best. And I don't know if we're not gonna see Nicole on games, or Kendall for that matter. Who else?
It annoys me so much.
Oh, so our winner couple, Serena and Cordell. As you know, if you haven't been paying attention, Cordell is currently filming a scripted series in Atlanta, and apparently he also booked a subsequent project in Atlanta that he'll also be filming. Serena has been working on a lot of undercover projects that we don't know about, but I hope we find out and see on the show.
Cordell just did that Staples ad. I saw that today. He got his cat daddy billboard.
So listen, that Temptations billboard that was such a good idea. So if you did not see, Temptations cat treats gave a whole full promotional ad to Cordell, because they are trying to get People Magazine to put a category for best cat dad in their annual Sexiest Men magazine, and so they using Cordell as their promotional guy for that. I think it was a good choice, and I knew nothing about Temptations cat treats, but I recently was in the store and I was like, oh, that's Temptation cat treats. I know that for Cordell. So good ad recognition. He had a whole billboard for it. The man continues to work. He's out there living his dream as an actor, and he's still booked and busy. We'd love to see it. He just celebrated his Jordan year birthday, so he is 23. I got thrown a huge party by Serena. All his friends and family were there. Well, not all of them. Most of them. He was missing a couple of brothers and one of his sisters, I believe. So with Serena, we're not sure exactly, except for that she is recording the show on her own, which to me, the world is her oyster. She has a campaign coming up in Miami, where she said she will have to leave Miami, go back to LA, then come back to Miami to fill this campaign. And Danita is pointing it out. And we don't know what it is. So we don't know what the campaign is, and we also don't know when it'll come out. Rachel also points out that Serena has a new project with Cosmo. If you do not know, Cosmo magazine loves Serena and Cordell.
Love them down.
They had them in their love issue for Valentine's Day, and they regretted not giving the cover of the magazine to them ever since. I literally barely ever see them talk about the people who are on the cover. I only see about Serena
on the cover?
and Cordell, and I agree. It was Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Saul, who lovely couple. Okay. But I don't know if they pulled everything that like I have the magazine in my living room. Like I know people bought the magazine just for them being in it. I know we talked about it. We shared lots of content. They did their thing with that magazine. I do think they regret not giving them the cover.
Yeah, they always in the comments when they were Cordell's birthday and her dump of all the pictures, and they like, ooh, we love y'all and all this stuff. I'm like, Cosmo is really up in here.
they love them. So Serena will be actually recording a new series of videos that the editor-in-chief Willa has created, which is a blind date series where she goes on blind dates with people who've been featured in Cosmo magazine, and one of those people is going to be Serena Page. And Serena's also done some other spotlights with other magazines and BuzzFeed. Like she's been doing a lot of different things that to me show her personality. But I'm excited to see what this campaign is going to be. She's like been keeping it under wraps, so I'm excited to see. I think that's where we are with Beyond the Villa. So I think that Beyond the Villa is going to give like Real Housewives, Summer House vibes where Vanderpump Rules ish, where they're all like working for the summer, but also, you know, dealing with friendship dynamics, but also, you know, dealing with their own personal lives and their evolution from coming out of the villa to being the people that they are now. So I'm excited to watch Beyond the Villa, to be honest. There's a lot of things we actually don't know, and I will be excited to see the behind the scenes of.
And Serena is also looking to move.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
We'll talk about that. She's stressed about that. After we just seen her finally decorate the patio and all of that stuff. Now she's talking about she got to move.
Yeah. I felt so bad because I actually understand why she wants to move, though, because she does need another bedroom. But she lives in a 1-bedroom. But she has this beautiful patio in LA that she just outfitted with bar and barbecue and patio. And now she's gonna move. She's gonna find a place that she could move all that stuff to. I'm like, good. Danita says Nate said there's a little drama too in the show. So if you like your show with drama.
And she said it was from people you wouldn't think or something, she said.
Yeah, that's what Ari's saying here, that people are acting different this summer and making her look sideways, but it's still all love. Mind you, Janae and Kenny are the ones that actually talk to people the most.
Yeah, they kind of talk to everybody because they still talk to Kendall and all of that stuff. Like, you know.
Yeah. So whatever they're doing is they're definitely not you know, taking people away from them. They're pretty accepting of everybody. So excited to see Beyond the Villa. Perfect Match, like I said, will be at the end of summer as well, covering that. Still waiting to hear exact dates for Love Island Games, but Love Island Games was greenlit, so it will happen. I personally feel like it will probably, based on what I've received and what I'm thinking, is it will be at the end of summer. So we will see. And what other shows are there that's coming out? If you have not seen Forever, go watch Forever on Netflix, and then also watch my recap on Forever on Recap Kickback. What else is there? Also, if you have not seen the Pop the Balloon show on Netflix, Chantel is covering that on Reality Recap Kickback with Chappelle as well. I haven't watched anything because I didn't watch the original.
I can't do that show.
Funny enough, Josh from Big Brother and the Challenge was on Destination X this week, and he also was on Pop the Balloon. And I tweeted, Josh Martinez literally always on two shows at once every single time, and he liked to retweet it.
Keep him a paycheck, baby.
Danita says, Ultimatum Queer Love. Yes, if you like the Ultimatum Queer Love season 1, season 2 will be out in a few weeks as well. And Ari, we will be covering USA and UK in some capacity. I will full-time be covering USA on this channel, primarily after every episode. I will probably just be hopping on Chantel's UK coverage. I can't promise that I can cover UK in full. Also, covering UK is sometimes very hard to do. It's just not fun always. Yeah. Oh, House of Villains, guys. They just announced House of Villains. Oh my God.
Next year, but that cast
is gonna eat. So if you so Rachel says if you so many jump scares. So Johnny will be on House of Villains next season, which will I believe it's being recorded right now, and it should debut in January based on the timeline I've been given. So House of Villains is coming out next year on Peacock exclusively. It is no longer going to be on E. Yes. Jeffrey says, I don't care for Tyson on Survivor much, but I love him on this podcast. Listen, I didn't care for Tyson either, but on the
he's good TV though. He's good TV.
Yes, he was good TV. He's going to be a good villain. Yes. Sandoval will be a good villain, hopefully early.
And New York coming back. Is she like part of the show? I mean,
she's one of the. You know how like the challenge keeps that one or two people that's always on every season. That's going to be New York. And then we're still waiting to find out whether she will be on this coming season of The Traitors. So The Traitors normally goes out to record like April or May, but they have not gone out to record. I'm hearing that they're actually delaying it for like another month, which says to me that they're waiting for some people to come off of their filming of other things to come onto The Traitors season cast. Now, could we get a PPG member on Traitors? Could we get a Rob on Traitors? Possibly. Could we get New York on Traitors? Nene on Traitors? There's so many possibilities. I had thought that Taylor Hale would be on Traitors this season, but I think everything that happened with Danielle last season turned her a little bit off, but also she got offered to do the Big Brother version of The Amazing Race, which debuts in the fall. So I don't know how her contract is with that.
They're gonna start doing that thing on Big Brother when they announced it. Like, okay, it's like the 90-minute episodes, and then they're gonna be doing these other shows. Like, it's not like an after show, but it's like a
assessment show like this.
Yeah. And I got a feeling she's gonna be on that. Like,
oh yeah, I have no doubt about it. Because I think they were soft launching it when they did that little panel with her. What's his name? Jag and Cody. Yeah, I think we could see that panel of 3, or we could see them and maybe a Chelsea. They like Chelsea too. So I could see that. So yeah, I do think she's going to be very involved with Big Brother this year. We know she hosts the round table as well. So I think that's it. I'm
excited about Big Brother. I'm excited.
Yeah, Big Brother I think had a nice reset with 26, so I think 27 will be good. I just can't keep up with. I won't cover it because I can't keep up with it if they erase the live feeds every night. So sorry. I would have to watch live feeds to cover it, and there's lots of people who cover Big Brother in its totality. You don't need me to cover Big Brother. And so I think that's it. So I'm excited. Listen, there are a lot of people not excited for this Love Island USA season 7. I am excited excited. I
I'm
think that
excited
we
too.
have a good cast. For me, every season is a clean slate. Do I love some seasons more than others? Absolutely. And it will continue to be that way because that's what it should be. Every cast is a standalone cast. Do they try to get variants of dynamics that still worked or didn't work or whatever? Absolutely, absolutely. Like we saw coming into season 6, a lot of people thought that Serena was going to be the Destiny, right? And
Right.
that Renee was going to be the KK, right?
Right.
And then what did they become? They became Serena and Janae. And I think that's what's going to happen with these cast members. I think everybody's thinking that they're variants or personalities or looks of what and it might be. They might have been like, hey, that looked work. Hey, that idea, that thought process, that age group, that worked because this is the same exact casting season from last year. But let's see what they have in their personality. The fact that 90% of them are all models and 100% of them are either models or some type of influencers says a lot to me. They want, I think they want drama and mess. These people have nothing to lose. They do not care about followers. They don't care about people like getting in their way. They're going to go find love if that's what they really want to, because at the end of the day, they got steady jobs. They're making money. So that is my opinion. I know it's not everybody's opinion, but that's just how I'm doing. So
Yay!
for joining us. And I know Jennifer Ruby brought up AD and Ashley's conversation on AD's podcast, and personally I have an opinion on that, but I will save it for another time. Maybe when Perfect Match debuts. So not now, but maybe later. But I thank you guys for joining us. Please follow, subscribe. Where can they follow you, Miss T Joy?
At Miss T Joy on all social media platforms.
And yeah, she's not on Twitter anymore.
No, oh no, I'm not. Sorry, I'm on Threads though. What do you call Threads?
Yes,
and I'm on Blue Sky, although I never go on there.
I don't go on Blue Sky.
I am on it, and I am on TikTok. I don't be on there all the time because I don't know all the tea like Tamika, but I do have a profile on TikTok.
Yes. And then for me, you guys can follow me on Entertainment in Color everywhere except for Twitter, Entertainment in Co Media. But follow me, guys, here. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on here. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers on TikTok, and I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers on Instagram. So that's my goal: 1,000 subscribers across all platforms.
Yeah, let's help Mika get there. Woo, let's help her.
I got really good feedback of my Love Island USA season 7 recaps. I'm really happy that my opinion, which differed from so many, was appreciated by the people that it needed to be appreciated by. So please like, subscribe, share it to your friends. We will be here to talk this show all season. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm excited. And like I said, I will also be trying to join Chantel for the UK version where I can. So thank you guys for joining us. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.